Hallo, guten Abend. Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll just wait a few minutes for the rest of them also to join in, okay? And then we can start. Okay? So just a couple of minutes more, we'll wait and then we'll start. Hallo, guten Abend. Yeah. Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Just a moment.
Good enough.
Uh, yeah, guten Abend. Yeah. All right. Okay, just give me one moment. We will continue. Yeah. So before we are right again, before we go ahead, anybody has any questions with conjugations? No? I'll just share those video links with you. I haven't been able to share the videos, so the ones that we did for conjugations, no, I'll just put the links on your Google documents. Maybe you all can revise it, okay? And then again, if you all have any questions, you all can let me know. Okay. All right. So today we will be doing, or we will be starting with questions and statements. Okay, so how to go ahead and actually communicate, that is the part that we will be starting now. And maybe at the end, if we get a little bit of time, okay, uh, yeah, so maybe at the end, if we get a little bit of time, I would do the introduction questions. Okay, so we have done introduction for Name, Land, Wohnort und Sprache. So now we will do the remaining three. So we'll see if time permits today. We will start with that. If not, then we will go ahead and do it in the next class, which will be on Monday. Okay, but before we move on to the questions, okay, anybody has any questions so far? Alice, okay, verb conjugations clear? Yeah, or nine? Alice, clear? Okay, so far good, no questions. All right, okay, so today we will be starting with the grammatic. Okay, so just give me a moment. I will share my screen and then we can start. Just a second. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So whatever I'll show you all on the screen right now, whatever examples that we will be going through, okay, I'll post everything on your document. Okay. So you can go through everything. If you have any questions later on, you can let me know. Okay, but just put up everything on your document and then we can start. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we beginnen jetzt mit Frage. Okay. So we will be starting with questions. Okay. So the verb conjugation that we have learned so far, or the use of the verbs that we have seen, you are going to now use these verbs in order to communicate. Okay, so you're going to use these verbs in order to communicate. So what is the part of communication that we will be seeing here? We will be looking at communication in the form of questions, in the form of answers. Okay, so a little bit we saw earlier as to how to make questions or how to make statements. Okay, so we saw a bit of this in the previous class when we made certain questions. Now when we made certain questions pertaining to, say for example, or we made certain statements Entschuldigung, pertaining to conjugation. So ich jogge oder ich esse oder der Mann schläft. Na? So now we will come to these kind of statements and these kinds of questions. Okay? Yeah. So zuerst beginnen wir mit Frage. Okay, so the first thing that we will be starting with is we will be starting with questions. Okay, so here. Okay, so just let me share my screen. Just tell me if you can see. Yeah. Is my screen visible? Yeah. Okay, so all these examples I have put up on your worksheet as well. Okay, so if you all want to simultaneously go through it on your screen, that is also okay, but I'll be sharing the screen throughout. So, yeah. Also, so wir beginnen jetzt mit Frage und Sätze. Okay, so as we as we know, Frage are your questions. Okay, so as you can see in the heading, it says die Frage. Okay, plural here is, sorry, okay, yeah, okay. So as we can see the heading here, we start with die Frage. Okay, singular is die Frage, plural is die Fragen. Okay, so the moment you add that n to your existing noun, you get the plural form of it. Okay, so this is then die Frage, plural is die Fragen. Okay, klar? Dann gibt es die Antwort, die Antworter. Okay, klar? So ein Antwort, okay, Antworter, that is answers. Okay, and your answers are always in the form of statements. Na? So you have their Satz, die Sätze. Okay, so sehen Sie mal hier. Die Frage, die Fragen, die Antwort, die Antworten. These are noun forms. Okay, and their Satz, die Sätze. So so basically what we are going to be learning now is how to make questions and how to make statements. Okay, so statements are called as singular is their Satz, plural is die Sätze. Okay, so there's Satz, die Sätze, and then we start with Frage und Antwort. Okay, that is question basically. So we'll be learning how to make questions. We'll be learning how to give responses to those questions, obviously, and your responses are always going to be in the form of a statement. No, that is every time you answer a question, it is going to be in the form of a statement. So this is then Frage und Antwort. Okay, now the first kinds of questions that we will be learning here, okay, the first type of questions that we will be learning here, diese Frage sind W-Fragen. Okay, so these questions that you have here, okay, the questions that we will be learning here, they are going to be called as or termed as way frag. Okay, now what is that way here? All right, that way stands for your WH questions. Okay, so that way stands for your questions like you would ask the WH questions, which are eventually open-ended questions. So what does open-ended here mean? So if you remember the questions that we learned when we did our self-introduction, na? Die Fragen wie zum Beispiel wo, was, okay, or say wo wohnen Sie, welche Sprachen sprechen Sie, okay, oder was ist Ihre Muttersprache, oder zum Beispiel wie ist Ihr Name. Diese Fragen sind W-Frage. That is, these kind of questions that you have, they are called as W-Frage or WH questions. Okay, so now these WH questions are basically open-ended. Why open-ended is that whenever I make a question, say for example, sorry, say for example, I'm making a question, woher kommen Sie? Okay, oder woher kommst du? We've also seen that there are informelle Fragen that we will be making. So if I make a question that is say woher kommen Sie, at the beginning you have no idea what my answer is gonna be, right? You don't know where I live unless and until I tell you that. Okay, so diese Frage sind dann offene Frage. That is, they are open-ended. That is, the person who is asking the question has no idea whatsoever what the answer to that question is going to be. Verstehen Sie? So, diese Frage sind W-Frage. That is, these are your WH questions. Okay. Now, when we learn the W-Frage or when we learn the WH questions in Deutsch, we are not going to be translating them at all. Okay, so when we make questions, kindly do not translate it into okay, where, this is how, this is what. Okay, although it may feel very similar, a lot of times it is not. In terms of the manner in which you form a question in Deutsch and the manner in which you form a question in English are very different. So the more you will translate, the more difficult it is going to be for you to make a question, to make a statement, and then in turn to communicate. Okay, so we will look at the structure in which or structure with which we are going to go ahead and make these questions. Okay, so one small thing we discussed in the previous class, and that was Wehrpositionen. If you'll remember, we did Sätze, that is, we made a few statements. So, say for example, ich gehe oder wir machen. Okay, so wir machen zum Beispiel Kaffee. Okay, oder wir gehen in das Restaurant. Okay, oder ich lerne Deutsch. Clear? So when we are making these kind of statements, we just took a look at how the verbs are positioned. Okay, so like I mentioned to y'all in the previous class, Deutsch is not very flexible. Okay, that is, when we make a question or we make a certain kind of statement, the positioning of that sentence or the positioning of that question has to be perfect. If you move things around a little bit here and there, you may end up making an error. Okay, so auch wenn wir diese W-Frage bilden, okay, W-Frage beginnen mit W-Wörter. Okay, so W-Frage are basically your WH questions, and these WH questions are going to be starting with W-Wörter. Okay, now singular is das Wort, plural is die Wörter. Wörter bedeutet words, simple. Okay, so you are gonna have different kinds of W-Frage or different kinds of W-Wörter, Entschuldigung, in order to make a W-Frage. Okay, why is that? Okay, because your statement is going to be, or your question is going to be an open-ended question. So what is it going to start with? It is going to start with all of these variables. Like say for example, you had your self-introduction. Woher kommen Sie? Wo wohnen Sie? Oder wie ist Ihr Name? Welche Sprachen sprechen Sie? Alle diese Wörter sind W-Wörter. That is, these are your W words, which will help you make a W-Frage. Now, the structure of a W-Frage is such that these W-Wörter, okay, diese W-Wörter stehen auf Position 1. Okay, that is a W-Frage will always start with this W-word. Okay, clear? The W-Frage is gonna start with a W-word. So it doesn't matter what kind of W-word it is. It could be woher kommen Sie. So here your W-word is woher. Okay, clear? Then you have wo wohnen Sie. Then your Frage is wo. Okay, then you have welche Sprachen sprechen Sie. So here your Frage is Welsh. Okay, so here basically what happens is you are making a question starting with the W-word. Okay, so if you are making a W-Frage, okay, if you are making a W-Frage, klar, your W-Frage is gonna start with your W-word. Okay, so W-Frage beginnt mit einem W-Wort. Okay, klar? Verstanden? So W-Wort ist Position 1. Okay, this is your first position. Your W-Wort is gonna be Position 1. Okay, and then it is going to be followed by the verb. Okay, it's going to be followed by the verb. So Verb steht danach auf Position 2. Okay, so bilden wir W-Frage. W-Wort steht auf Position 1. Verb steht auf Position 2. Okay, so now what we'll be doing is we will be taking one W-word and we will understand the context of each of these W-word. Because what I told you earlier when we did self-introduction was that learn these like phrases, don't get into when to use wo, when to use woher, when to use we. Okay, so that time I told you not to think about that. Today we are going to learn that individually. That is, when are we going to use woher? Why is it saying woher kommen Sie? Why is it using wo wohnen Sie? Why is it using welche Sprachen sprechen Sie? Okay, so das lernen wir jetzt. Okay, this is now what we are going to be learning. That is in detail, we will be learning each of the W-word. Okay, now I am starting out with a few W-word here. You have some more which you will be learning in the due course as we go ahead. Okay, so of course you have certain W-Frage or certain W-word that you will learn in A1. There will be more which you will be learning later in A1 in the same course. So we're not going to be learning all of them at once. Okay, we'll have a couple of them which we will learn probably somewhere in the middle of the course. Then you have certain new ones which you will be learning in A2, B1, so all different kinds of W-Frage. Okay, but we are going to be starting out now with the most basic ones. Okay, so was ist die Struktur? Okay, so that is what you have to remember here is the structure of a W-Frage. So wie strukturiert man eine W-Frage? Das W-Wort steht auf Position 1 und Verb steht auf Position 2. So here in the bracket, I have a list of all different W-Frage that we will be learning. Some of them we have already seen examples when we did the self-introduction. So zum Beispiel, was ist Ihre Muttersprache? So was. Wie heißen Sie oder wie ist Ihr Name? So wie. Welche Sprachen sprechen Sie? So Welsh. Wo wohnen Sie? So wo. Woher kommen Sie? So woher. So we have seen one example with each of them. Now we will just learn them a little bit more in detail. Okay. Now as we learn the questions, excuse me, as we learn the questions, we will simultaneously also learn how to respond to them, which in other words means we are also going to be learning how to make statements. Okay, and for both your questions and your statements, you're going to be needing your conjugation. So the foundation of everything that you're going to speak or you're going to say, it's going to depend on how you conjugate your words additionally or in addition to the context. Okay, so when we are Zetsa bilden zum Beispiel, whenever we are talking of making sentences, okay, your sentences follow only one rule. Okay, there is nothing else to a sentence. Your sentence can start with anything, end with anything. It doesn't matter. The one thing that you have always when it comes to Sätze or statements is that your verb has to be at position 2. Okay, that is your verb has to be at position 2. Okay, it doesn't matter what your statement starts with. Okay, it does not matter what your statement starts with. It does not matter what your statement ends with. Okay, what matters is that if you have placed your verb correctly at the second position, yeah or a nine. Okay, so if you move your verb in a sentence, or if your verb is not at position 2, you're basically making an error. So that is why that is why these rules, that is why these structures. Okay, so repeat this as many times to yourself. Okay, you'll find me repeating this a lot of times in your classes as well. So mit W-Frage, W-Wort steht auf Position 1. That is, your W-Wort is what will start a question. Your verb after that is going to be at position 2. So Verb steht auf Position 2. Clear? W-Wort Position 1, Verb Position ist 2. Okay, after that you make a sentence. Das ist, wir bilden einen Satz. Okay, so whenever you make a sentence, okay, whenever you make a sentence, your verb is gonna be at position 2. So it doesn't matter what or how you make the other things, like where you position the rest of the information, as you will be learning them. So say for example prepositions or any more information that you would like to give in your sentence, but your verb is always gonna be at positions 2. Okay, so now we will start with the first W-Frage here. Diese erste W-Frage ist was. Okay. Now before we go on to what is written there and okay, get into the examples, there is one thing that I have to tell you, and again, which you have to remember in terms of Deutsch. Last class, when we mentioned, okay, somebody said tenses, that what is the tense in the sentence that we are going to be learning. Okay, so the Entschuldigung, the side form, okay, that is the tenses that we are going to be learning in A1 or are going to mostly for now, we're going to be starting with presents. Okay, so you have one tense throughout that you will be learning at this level. Okay, at the end, we will just have a little bit of introduction to the past tense. Okay, but here your tense, the tense that you are going to be using is going to be the present tense. Okay, so all the information that you see here, okay, every time any concept that you will learn later on, unless and until I mention otherwise, remember that it is your present tense. Okay, so the Satzstruktur, Entschuldigung, die Zeitform in dieser Satzstruktur ist immer Präsens. Okay, that is the sentence structure that you are gonna have, or the way in which you will make questions, you will make statements. All of this is gonna be in the present tense. Okay, now the kind of tenses that you have in Deutsch, we do not have continuous tenses in Deutsch. Okay, it does not exist. I cannot say I am going, I am eating, I am drinking, I am sleeping. No. Okay, so this is the first error which happens because of conjugations, that students start translating English sentences word to word, because you have a word for am, which is sein. Okay, and then you know what drinking is, das ist trinken. So a lot of times I have seen that people who start translating from the beginning, they end up making these kinds of mistakes. Okay, so please, that is why I am telling you that learn your sentences, learn your questions with these rules which are provided. Construct your question, construct your sentence. Wie zum Beispiel, okay, Verb steht auf Position 2. Conjugate that verb. Okay, W-Frage is position 1. If you're making a sentence, the verb has to be at position 2. Please do not translate everything word to word. You are definitely gonna end up learning, or you're definitely gonna end up making a lot of mistakes when you write and you speak. Okay, so in this particular, or whenever I give you examples, I'm also gonna give you the possible errors that you can make. Okay, so if at all you find yourself speaking like this, okay, make sure that you know, oh, this is wrong, or this is not how I am supposed to speak. Clear? Sorry. Yeah. So when Sie Fehler machen, if you hear yourself talking like that, you also need to know, okay, this is an error. That is why with a lot of topics, the possible errors that students make are listed on with your examples. Okay, so remember one thing, there is no continuous. Whatever present, the present tense that we have, this is einfach Präsens. Einfach Präsens bedeutet simple present tense. Okay, nothing here exactly is going to be stating that yeah, an action is continuous. It's equivalent of the same. Okay, also. So jetzt beginnen wir mit dieser ersten W-Frage. Diese W-Frage ist was. Okay. Now, was benutzen wir mit neuen Informationen? That is, when your information is new. So, something that leads you into the first step of information, that is your was. Okay, so now you see a picture of a boy here, right? Yeah. Wir sehen ein Kind. Okay, so there is a child here. And we see the action. Okay, the action that I see here is trinken. Okay, so das Verb here is trinken. Okay, now if I scratch this out, let's say for examples, for us to understand the concept better, for the first few minutes we have no clue. Okay, trinkt. Okay, aber was? Okay, so I can see an action. I can see that yes, somebody is drinking something. Clear? But that particular thing, that remains a question mark. That is, this is new information. Okay, this person could be drinking water, this person could be drinking tea, coffee, milk, cold drink, juice, anything. But I have to present my question in such a way which helps me extract that information. Okay, so here the information is neu. The information you have is new. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to ask a question in such a way that I get that answer. Okay, so I get the answer that yeah, the action I know is trinken, but the Frage here is was trinkst du oder was trinkt er. Okay, before you go ahead and translate this simply as okay, what, wait a second, because you have a question that you have learned previously which says wie ist ihr Name. So it is not what is your name. Okay, so don't translate that, because a lot of times people translate this as what, and then you just go ahead and make the question, okay, was ist ihr Name? Aber was ist ihr Name ist eine falsche Frage. Das ist nicht nur wie ist ihr Name. So although this feels like, oh, this is just what, you cannot just blindly translate it and use it as what. Okay, because there are always gonna be gaps to your translation. So that is why do not do that. So how you remember this is Information ist neu. So sehen Sie die Handlung. Look at the action. Action here is trinken. Okay. So the Frage is, okay, was trinkst du? Because I don't know what you are drinking. Correct. So my question needs to be framed in such a way that it helps me extract that information. Okay. Noch ein Beispiel gebe ich euch ist this. Das ist die Handlung. This is lesen. Okay. But you all do not know what is it that I am reading. So you want to extract this information from me. So lesen, zweiter Personenfrage, was liest du? Okay, was liest du? Okay, was trinkst du? Oder was trinkt er? So es gibt ein Kind in dem Bild. Na? You see a child in this picture. I can consider it to be a third person. Let's say I am asking somebody else. Das heißt, ja, was trinkt er? So, du trinkst. Deshalb, was trinkst du? Aber er trinkt. So die Frage ist, was trinkt er? Okay? So, was trinkst du oder was trinkt er? Die Antwort ist, ich trinke Milch oder er trinkt Milch. So, let's say, das ist ein Glas. Na? Ich trinke etwas. Okay. Now, you don't know probably what I am drinking. Okay. I could be drinking water. I could be drinking tea, coffee, anything. Die Handlung ist trinken. Aber die Frage ist, okay, was trinkst du? Ich sage, ja, ich trinke Wasser. Okay, was trinken wir? Zum Beispiel, wir trinken Cola. Okay, was trinkt ihr? Ihr trinkt zum Beispiel, Sie können sagen, okay, wir trinken Kaffee. So, the verb is changing form, sehen Sie mal. So, Wer-Frage, was steht auf Position 1? Verb kommt direkt auf Position 2. So, was trinkst du? Ich trinke Milch. Formelle Frage, was trinken Sie? Okay, so ich trinke Milch. Oder dritte Person, was trinkt er? Okay, man kann sagen, ja, er trinkt Milch. Okay, now, since we know that there is no continuous, there is no concept of what are you drinking, what are you eating, I am drinking, I am eating, he is drinking, all of that is wrong. So your question can't be was bist du trinken, what are you drinking. I'm not even kidding, I've seen students write like this. Okay, ich bin trinken, I am drinking. Ich bin trinker, because somewhere you have to conjugate the verb. Or he is drinking, er is trinken. Whenever you put two verbs at the same position, be sure that it is incorrect. You cannot have I am drinking, I am eating come like this together in a sentence. So at a time, you use only one verb conjugated. Das heißt dann, was trinkst du? Was trinkt er? Ich trinke Milch, er trinkt Milch, wir trinken Milch. So remember your conjugation. Ich trinke, du trinkst, er trinkt, wir trinken, ihr trinkt, sie trinken. Was? Question mark. Ich trinke Milch, du trinkst Kaffee, er trinkt Wasser. And you can go on adding information to this. So this is was. This is neue Information. Das heißt, the information that you have here is new. It is the first step towards finding information. So zum Beispiel, was trinkst du? Because I'm asking because I don't know. I'm seeking some kind of information here. No? So was trinkst du? Ich trinke Wasser oder ich trinke Milch. Klar? Verstanden? Yeah. You have a question? Go ahead.
Ma'am, what is the difference between ich bin trinken and ich drink Wasser? Means the meaning is same, right?
No, it's not. Here, what I have put, these are errors. So you do not speak like this in Deutsch. Okay.
Means
If
I am drinking is not speaking like in
no,
Deutsch.
no, I am drinking doesn't work in Deutsch because there is no continuous tense. So what I have put
Okay.
here with the red crosses, they are all errors.
Okay. So I want to say that in I am drinking water. So how it will be?
Ich trinke
Is
Wasser.
is drinking Wasser. Yes.
Yeah. If you're
Perfect.
saying
Okay.
I
Thank
drink water or I am drinking water, your tense is present, no? So in the
you. Yeah.
present tense, it's always ich trinke Wasser. We don't have that other branch which says I am drinking water. Ich trinke Wasser equals I drink water, or it also equals I am drinking water. So the what I have put in those red crosses, that is red because it is an error. So you are not supposed to speak like that. I cannot say ich bin trinken, or I cannot say ist trinken. Warum nicht? Because it is an error. Because you are trying to translate it in English. So the
Okay.
continuous form exists in English, but it doesn't exist in Deutsch. So I am drinking water. Yeah, ich trinke Wasser. Simple. So how you think about it is okay. You are saying or talking from the point of view of a first person. So
Hmm.
ish conjugation is trinken. And what are
Mhm.
you thinking that you are stating? So was strings do? Okay, ish trinka was.
So I if I don't want to mention anything like milk or milk, only I want to say I drink. So
Huh,
or
then ish
I'm
trinka.
so is drink.
Yeah. So if your context is sometimes very clear, somebody asks you, let's say, so you're served something. So you can say, yeah,
Yes.
ish trinka. Or I ask you, do you drink this or not? You can say, yeah, ish trinka. So you don't have to
Oh.
basically, but that I am drinking part doesn't exist here.
Oh.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes.
Got
Thank you.
it? Yeah. I think,
Ma'am,
yeah.
in this sentence, like in this example, is there any means past tense or future tense word?
So that we will not be learning now.
Only we are learning the present
Yeah,
tense.
future tense is way ahead. Future tense we will be learning in B1. Past tense we will be learning at the end of this course only.
Okay.
Okay, so how to say that I already drank it or I finished it, that we learn at the end of this course. Right now we're only focusing on the present. So every example that we do, it's all in the present tense.
Okay.
Got it?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Anybody else? Any other doubt? Understood? Whatever is read, wherever you have anything that is crossed marked like this in your notes, no, that means it's an error. It's a possible error. Okay. The reason for giving you these errors is you should know that this is wrong. Because then, see, the thing is, when you're actually out there speaking, you have to hear yourself talk. And if you catch yourself saying, "Oh, I just said ich bin trinken," you need to understand for yourself, no, this is wrong. So that is why those errors I have purposely mentioned so that you don't make that mistake going ahead. That is, you know what could be the possible errors when I speak. Okay. So when you're learning, you're like, oh, this is how I should not speak. That also is important, no? Because if you just blindly start translating, a lot of people get in that habit. And once the problem is, once you get in that habit, it's very difficult to bring those students back because it's so ingrained, no, you get so used to talking like that that you are not able to then change the way you have learned. So the good part about this is, or the way you learn about, go ahead and learn about it, is just learn the way it is. Don't try to get into translations. Okay. Because once you do, then it's very difficult for you to change that. Once you start, once it becomes a habit, it's difficult to change it. So the good part about these rules is that they will help you talk correctly. So whatever you speak, whatever you write, it has to be grammatically correct. Okay? So that is why those errors. Okay, so remember them, but they are crossed in red, which means that's not how we speak. Clear? How we speak is on the other side. So was trinkst du? Was trinkt er? Zum Beispiel ich trinke Milch, er trinkt Milch, du trinkst Milch, wir trinken Milch. You are aware of the conjugation right now, right? So that's how you use it. Is this clear? Verstanden? Anybody else has any other doubts? Is it okay? Understood was? Okay. Always, yeah, keep an eye on the examples. Okay. So always remember everything with examples. If you know like 2 3 questions, so you can make this with any verb. So beispiel I see somebody eating something. The frage is okay, was isst du? Oder was essen Sie? Oder was ist der? Okay, lesen. Was liest du? Kochen. Was kochst du? Kaufen. Was kaufst du? Okay, so was is the first step towards getting information. That is, okay, was magst du? Das ist auch keine generelle Frage. Let's say you call up somebody and it's like, okay, hallo, guten Abend, was magst du? So machen is to do something. So you want to know that. Okay, I must be doing something when you call me. So, okay, was magst du? Okay, the answer shouldn't be with machen. So if let's say I'm playing something, I'm playing a sport, I can say, ja, ich spiele Fußball zum Beispiel. Was spielst du? Same way, if I'm thinking, okay, I see you're playing something, I don't know. Okay, information here. Was spielst du? Was hörst du? Ich höre Musik. Okay, was schreibst du? Ich schreibe eine E-Mail zum Beispiel. Okay, was machst du? Was kochst du? Was lernst du? Okay, so was lernst du? I see that yeah, you're studying something. Okay, was lernst du? Ich lerne Deutsch. Ich lerne Französisch. Frage? Okay. Klar? Anybody has any questions? Alles okay? Should we move ahead? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. Then the next Frage is wie. Okay? Now, we saw wie ist Ihr Name. Na? Die Frage war, wie ist Ihr Name? Oder wie heißen Sie? Doesn't quite fit right now as to why are we using we here. Because if you're thinking like that, okay, was ist Ihr Name? Why is that wrong? Sounds correct to us, right? Yeah. So that brings us to our next Frage. This is we. So we, which questions we have learned with we? We have been wie heißen Sie gelernt. So zum Beispiel wie heißen Sie? Okay, ich heiße Ankita. Wie ist Ihr Name? Mein Name is Ankita. Another question, anybody remember that we did with we? 9? One very small question we did with we. Anybody recollects? 9?
Wie ist dein Vorname?
Yeah, wie ist dein Vorname? Yeah, so those are all Name question. No? Wie ist dein Vorname? Wie ist dein Nachname? Wie heißen Sie? One more question we did with we, which is not pertaining to your name. Anybody remembers?
Is it wie guess something?
Yes, it is. Yeah, correct. Das ist wie geht's. Remember? Wie geht es Ihnen oder wie geht's? Okay, so we come to that we. Okay, so we helps us describe something. Okay, with we you get a description. Okay, now connecting our previous example to we, now the erste Frage war, was trinkst du? Ich trinke Milch. Okay, was trinkst du? Man sagt ja, ich trinke Milch. Oder ich trinke Bier zum Beispiel. Okay. Now the next question that I am asking, let's say, is with we. We expects you to give a description. That is, now describe it. Okay. So if let's say I tell you that I'm buying a new car, or I'm buying a new phone, or I'm buying a new laptop. Okay, ich kaufe einen Laptop. Ich kaufe das Auto. Oder ich kaufe das Handy. Okay, oder ich esse das Sandwich. Okay, ich trinke Bier. Ich lerne Deutsch. Okay, I'm giving you all sorts of information here, but now you need me to give a description. Okay, then wie ist die deutsche Sprache? Not description, describing for me. Okay, so wie ist die Sprache? I can say, yeah, die Sprache ist interessant. Die Sprache ist gut. Okay, I'm reading a book. So I tell you, okay, ich lese Harry Potter zum Beispiel. If you can ask me, okay, wie ist das Buch? Give me a description. Okay, describing something, die Frage ist wie. Okay, so if I tell you, ich trinke Milch. So die erste Frage war, okay, was trinkst du? Ich trinke Milch. This was your first question. Okay, ich trinke Milch. The next Frage, okay, is wie ist die Milch? Okay, so Milch is feminine nomen, die Milch. Okay, wie is the Milch? Now there can be a series of description. The milk can be cold, it can be hot, it can be fresh, okay, it can be sour. That becomes your description. So if you remember the answers to your questions, say wie geht's oder wie geht es Ihnen? The Antwort is, es geht mir gut. Okay, so now that becomes a description. So you're telling somebody, okay, how is it going? So it doesn't translate as, let's say, how are you? It more so is like asking, okay, how's it going for you? Okay. Now here, how do we think of a name? Then why is it wie ist Ihr Name oder wie heißen Sie oder wie ist Ihr Vorname? It is the wie because somewhere your name is also considered to be your description. What is technically my name? My name is a way of describing myself. So I am not asking what is your name, like it is a commodity or it is a thing. Okay. When I say was liest du, was yours do, my answer can be in the form of a thing, like a book, or if I'm was trinkst du Milch. Okay. Oder was kaufst du das Auto? Your name is not seen here as a commodity, or your name is not seen here as something that is that of a thing. Your name is seen here as a description. That is why the question wie ist Ihr Name. So again, if you are looking at it from a translation point of view also, it doesn't translate to what is your name. It's more so like how do you call yourself? Wie heißen Sie? Okay, so it's like how do you call yourself? Okay, again, this is not a word to word literal translation. I'm just telling it to you because the name part can be a little bit confusing. But naturally, we tend to saying, okay, was ist Ihr Name? Because we are used to. Okay, aber das ist immer, wie ist Ihr Name? So, Description. Okay, describe something. Wie ist die Milch? Wie ist das Buch? Wie ist das Auto? So I can say, yeah, wie ist das Auto? Das Auto is sehr schnell. Schnell is fast. Okay, so I'm saying, yeah, wie ist das Auto? Das Auto is sehr schnell. I'm saying, yeah, this auto, the car is very fast. Wie ist die Milch? Das Beispiel hier. Die Milch is kalt. Kalt is cold. Okay, oder die Milch is gesund. Gesund is healthy. Okay, the milk is fresh. Fresh is way of English, na? It is fresh. Any kind of description that you are giving here, that becomes your wie. So wie is the milch. The milch is kalt. Now another thing that is marked here is in the sentence, die Milch zusammen ist Position 1 und Verb steht auf Position 2. So das Verb, das Verb here is sein. Okay, the word that you have here is sein. Dritte Person Konjugation ist. So wie ist die Milch? Die Milch ist kalt oder die Milch ist gesund. So whenever we talk about this Position 1, Position 2, we are not counting literally words here. This is the first word, this is the second word, this is the third word, this is the fourth word. No. Okay, if you remember, we did something in school that was called as parts of sentences. Okay, that concept sort of applies here. The sentence is constructed putting together different parts, and it is the entire part that is Position 1. It might not necessarily just be one word. Okay, so die Milch is together Position 1, where steht danach auf Position 2. So die Milch ist kalt, die Milch ist gesund, die Milch ist frisch. Like we saw in the previous class when we did der Mann schläft, der Mann joggt, die Frau hört Musik. So die Frau, der Mann, das ist alle zusammen steht auf Position 1 und dann kommt das Verb auf Position 2. Clear? So V is your description. Whenever you are looking to describe something, okay, ich trinke Bier. Okay, wie ist das Bier? Das Bier ist kalt. Das Bier ist sehr kalt. It's cold. It's very cold. It's not cold. All of that becomes a part of your description. So whenever you are describing something, you use we. Okay. Ich habe noch ein Beispiel hier für euch. Okay. Ja. Ja. So, yeah. So V is das Haus. So you can give different kinds of description here. Na? So das ist dein Haus. Das Haus. Okay. As we go along, when we do examples, you can pick up newer words here also. Okay. Along with the articles. Clear? So V is das Haus. The description can be multiple. Like one person can say V is das Haus. Das Haus is gross. Okay, one person says, yeah, the house is big. Another person can say, this house is schön, this is sehr schön, this is beautiful. Okay, noch eine Frage, wie ist das Haus? Eine andere Person sagt, okay, das Haus ist teuer, das kostet viel, it's very expensive. Okay, all of this suits to be a description. So, wie ist das Haus? Das Haus is gross. You can see that, yes, the house is big. One person can say, yeah, this house is shown. It's extremely beautiful. Okay, this house is teuer. So all of this, the Frage what here is gonna be V. That is, you're looking for a description. Okay. Again, same way. Exception here or something that we have to remember separately is wie ist Ihr Name oder wie heißen Sie and not was ist Ihr Name. So was ist Ihr Name is falsch. If you ever use a question that says, okay, was ist Ihr Name, it means, yeah, you're making a mistake. So it shouldn't be was ist Ihr Name. Es ist immer wie ist Ihr Name oder wie heißen Sie. Klar, verstanden? So far good. Any questions, any doubts? Anybody finding it very difficult to understand, not able to follow? Yeah. Alles okay bis jetzt? Klar? Okay. We'll be practicing in the next class, few classes also. So once we finish a concept, I'll do practice for sentence verb conjugations. So you can always ask me your doubts later on also if you have any later, but at the point of explanation also, if I feel like it's very difficult, I cannot understand, if you want me to repeat, please don't hesitate, just let me know. Okay, so far good? Yeah. All right. So wir können jetzt eine kurze Pause machen. Okay, we'll take a short break, and after that we will continue with the further Fragen. I have put this again on your notes, so if you want to go through it in the next 5 minutes or so, you can. Otherwise, take a break. So roughly around 7-8 minutes, we'll break for that much time. Yeah, and we'll continue with some more wave Fragen. Okay. Klar? Sorry. Okay. So yeah, machen Sie eine Pause and we'll start again in like 7-8 minutes. Okay. Hello, everybody back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Just give me 1 minute. So we beginning here. All right. Okay. Now we will go ahead with the next Fraga word. Okay. So yeah. So now we will go ahead with the variation of V. Okay. So we'll go ahead with the variation of V. Und das ist V plus Adjektiv. Okay. Now when you talk of descriptions, your descriptions can be open-ended descriptions. Okay. So say for example, if I ask you this question saying, okay, V is das Haus. Okay. I say V is das Haus. You can give me all sorts of answers. Somebody can say, yeah, das Haus is groß. Okay. Somebody can say das Haus ist schön. Okay. Somebody can say das Haus ist teuer. Okay. So when the Frage is wie, okay, the description can be open. Okay. But sometimes your description can also be specific. That is, you can describe something with a specific adjective or in a specific context. Okay. So here we have a variation of V. This is V plus adjective, where your description is related or specific to an adjective. Okay. So for example, when I ask this question, wie ist das Haus? Okay. When I ask the question, wie ist das Haus? All sorts of descriptions are okay. Okay, they are correct. One person can say, yeah, it's expensive, it is big, it is beautiful, and so on. But let's say somebody asks a question in particular or specific to the size of the house. Okay, so if I ask a question pertaining to the size of the house, in that case, stating that the house is expensive is not going to be a correct answer. Okay, so the next Frage is the V plus adjective. That is, your answer is going to be specific only to the adjective in the question. Okay, so Beispiel Nummer 1 here is wie viel kostet die Milch? Okay, wie viel kostet die Milch? Okay, viel here we have done wenig. Remember, ich spreche ein wenig Deutsch. Wenig is less or little. Okay, opposite of that, okay, the Gegenteil of that is viel. So you have viel and wenig. So viel is this much more and wenig is less. So we feel kostet die Milch. So the question that you are asking here is specific to the cost of the milk. Okay, that is, you are asking a question which is specific only to the cost of the milk. So when somebody asks me, okay, we feel costed the milk, I cannot say, okay, the milk is gesund. Nobody is asking how healthy it is. You're asking particularly the cost. Okay, so we feel costed the milk. So Beispiel, the milk costed 10 oil. Okay, the next, so you can go on adding any adjective with we as long as, of course, it's contextually making sense depending on what you are asking. Okay, so zum Beispiel die nächste Frage ist, wie oft trinkt die Milch? So oft ist wie auf Englisch, das heißt dann often. Okay, so I need to know the frequency of an action. That is, okay, how, if he is drinking milk, say, how often does he do that? So here your adjective or your question is specific to an adjective. Now the Frage, the question is specific to that adjective. So I can't answer the question that says, okay, wie oft trinkt die Milch. I cannot say, okay, the Milch is gesund. That's not what I asked. I want the frequency of somebody drinking milk. Now, so in that case, you have V plus Adjektiv. So this V plus Adjektiv zusammen steht auf Position 1. This together is going to be, sorry, you can't see the screen. So now is it okay? V plus Adjektiv zusammen ist Position 1. Verb kommt auf Position 2. So wie viel kostet die Milch? Okay. Wie oft trinkt die Milch? Trinkt Milch jeden Tag. Jeden Tag is every day. So what you are stating here is the frequency. Wie oft trinkt Milch? Trinkt Milch jeden Tag. Okay? Klar? Then the same question. Now, the next Frage is, wie groß ist das Haus? So earlier my question was only pertaining to the description of the house. One person said it is nice, one other person said it's expensive, the other person said it's big. Okay, so now my questions becomes more specific to that description. Okay, if it is big, then how big? Give me the dimensions of that house. I need to know the size of that house. So then wie groß. So wie groß ist das Haus? Das Haus ist sehr groß. So I'm saying, yeah, it's very big. I can say, no, it's not big. That we learn when we say negation. Or I can say, yeah, das Haus is 100 Quadratmeter groß. That is 1000 square meter big. So I'm giving I'm giving the answer in lines with the adjective that is used in the question, or in lines with the description that is used in the question. Clear? So this is again a variation of V. Clear? So this is a variation of V where you are using, yeah, V plus adjective. Any adjective can work here. Wie groß, wie kalt, wie lang. Okay, lang is again V of English, long. So when you're talking about the length of something, let's say the length of time. Okay, wie lange is their course? How long is the course gonna go? So here I cannot tell you, yeah, the course is difficult or the course is easy, because it's not related to the question. The question is talking about, okay, how long is it gonna how long is the course gonna go on for? Okay, so in that case I have to answer with respect to that adjective, vice versa. Depending on the information that I am trying to ask, I can use that adjective in my question to seek information specific to that description. Clear? Verstanden? Ja oder nein? Clear, not clear, doubt? Alles okay?
Clear.
Yeah? Alright. So now we will do one more last Frage. Okay, there are 3 more which are there, but I won't be doing all of them today. I don't want you all to get confused with so much information coming in at a time. So those we will continue in the next class on Monday. It will take hardly 15 minutes. We have 3 more questions which are listed there. So that we'll do on Monday. So we'll just do one more and then we'll do some vocabulary. We'll watch some videos for the last 5-10 minutes. Okay? All right. Yeah. So, okay. Now, the next Frage ist Welsh. Okay? Das ist nochmals sehr einfach. Okay, this is also a very easy question in terms or in with regards to understanding. So mit Welsh beschreiben wir ein Typ. That is, we always talk with Welsh or we describe with Welsh the type of something. Okay, so say for example you're reading a book. I need to know the type of that book. Okay, that is which book is it in a way. Okay, so Welsh, die Frage hier ist immer Welsh. Welsh kombinieren wir zusammen mit dem Nomen. Okay, so if you remember the question that we did, welche Sprachen sprechen Sie? Okay, so the Frage is welche Sprache. That is the type of language or the kind of language that you speak. So these are all types of languages, na? English, Deutsch, okay, Spanish, Französisch, und so weiter. This is then Typ. So the context with Welsh is type. Okay. Now, if I simply ask you, welche sprichst du? You'll be like, what do you mean? Okay. So, Welsh as a Frage Wort, okay, as a way what, does not work on its own. Okay. It requires a noun, because when I say type of something, that something needs to be described, no? Type of what? Type of language, type of tea, type of book, type of course. Okay, so das ist immer Welsh. So Welsh können wir mit einem Nomen kombinieren. That is, we can combine Welsh with a noun. So what happens is the article of the noun gets combined with Welsh. So there te is masculine, zinzimar. Te is masculine, so this becomes Welsherte, ERNO, there. We don't say Welsh there te. Okay, so this is Welsherte. Okay, then Welsh plus D is Welsh, so Welsh milk. Okay, Welsh plus das is Welshes, ASNO. So we don't say Welsh das Auto. So I want to know, okay, which car do you drive? I'll not say Welsh das Auto fährst du. This is then Welsches Auto fährst du. Okay. Welsh plus the plural, the again Welsche. That is why the question Welsche Sprachen. So Welsh kombiniert man mit dem Article. It's always gonna come with article, and the article will be included in your Welsh. Okay, so der Tee, Welscher Tee. Die Milch, Welscher Milch. Das Auto, Welsches Auto. Die Sprachen, Welsche Sprachen. Okay, so sehen Sie mal. Welcher Tee is das? Now I can see das ist ein Tee, it's a tea. Okay, but I need to know the type of tea. Welcher Tee is das? Das ist Grüntee. Grüntee, as you can make out, das ist green tea. I'm stating the type of something here. Welcher Tee is das? Das ist Grüntee. Okay, masculine, der Tee. So das ist Welcher. Okay, feminine ist Welche. So zum Beispiel, welche Milch trinkst du? Ich trinke Mandelmilch. Mandelmilch is almond milk. Okay, clear? So now the type of milk. So you say, yeah, ich trinke Milch. Oh, okay. Welche Milch trinkst du? Because I would like to know, no? If you drink milk, the type of milk that you drink. So this is welche Milk trinkst du? Okay. Ich trinke Mandelmilch. Mandelmilch is the almond milk. Again, you're stating the category, you're stating the type of something. Welches Auto kaufst du? Ich kaufe BMW. Tube. Okay. So welches Auto kaufst du? Okay. Ich kaufe BMW. This we have already done. Welche Sprachen sprechen Sie? Ich spreche Englisch oder Entschuldigung, ich spreche Deutsch und Spanisch. Klar? Verstanden? Anybody has any questions so far? Any doubts? Anything not clear? Okay. Clear mit Welsh? Yeah? 100%? Okay. So I will not do the next wave Frage right now. Okay. I'll continue. There are 3 more that we have to do now. But wir machen das am Montag. Okay. So Monday we will go ahead with one more kind of questions. And then we will do some practice exercises as well. Okay. Clear? So yeah. Okay. So we have been now 10 Minuten. So the next set of vocabulary that I with you is pertaining to professions. Okay, because we will next week we will also be finishing your self introduction. So one more question that is going to be there in your self introduction is going to be pertaining to professions. Okay, so the different kinds of professions that we have in Deutsch. Okay, so I'll just play a video right now where you can learn different kinds of professions. Okay, so we'll be taking a look at different kinds of professions here. All right, and then we can stop for the day. Okay, so sehen Sie mal. Okay, so you all can watch this and then we can stop for the day. Okay, so just tell me if the audio is clear. Yeah, can you hear?
Hello.
Audible? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello everyone and welcome to my video series on Learn German Vocabulary. In this video, we'll be learning some professions in German. Der Beruf, die Berufe. Before we begin, I would like to tell you something specific about professions in German. All professions are written differently for masculine and for feminine. Let's look at the first one to understand this better. Der Lehrer, die Lehrerin. The male teacher is known as Lehrer, and for the female teacher you would say Lehrerin. For masculine, you always use the article der, and for feminine, you use the article die. Let's see the next one. Der Arzt, die Ärztin. So once again, the male doctor would be called Arzt and the female doctor will be called Ärztin. Der Pilot, die Pilotin. Der Architekt, die Architektin. Der Programmierer, die Programmiererin. Noch einmal. Der Programmierer, die Programmiererin. Der Student, die Studentin. Der Fotograf, die Fotografin. Der Polizist, die Polizistin. Der Journalist, die Journalistin. Der Sänger, die Sängerin. I'm sure you all have noticed a pattern here. In most cases, the feminine profession has an IN at the end. For example, Lehrerin, Sängerin, Pilotin, Studentin, etc. Der Tänzer, die Tänzerin. Der Manager, die Managerin. Some of the professions are taken from English. That's why their pronunciation is not very different from that in English. Der Buchhalter, die Buchhalterin. Der Kunstmaler, die Kunstmalerin. Der Dolmetscher, die Dolmetscherin. Der Koch, die Köchin. Now let's learn how you're going to talk about your profession. Was sind Sie von Beruf? You can say, ich bin Lehrerin or ich bin Lehrerin von Beruf. Well done, all of you. Now let's quickly summarize what we have learned. Please repeat after me. Der Lehrer, die Lehrerin. Der Arzt, die Ärztin. Der Pilot, die Pilotin. Der Architekt, die Architektin. Der Programmierer, die Programmiererin. Der Student, die Studentin. Der Fotograf, die Fotografin. Der Polizist, die Polizistin. Der Journalist, die Journalistin. Der Sänger, die Sängerin. Der Tänzer, die Tänzerin. Der Manager, die Managerin. Der Buchhalter, die Buchhalterin. Der Kunstmaler, die Kunstmalerin. Der Dolmetscher, die Dolmetscherin. Der Koch, die Köchin. Great! Danke!
Also, okay. So die Fragen zum Beruf, okay, the questions that we have for professions, okay, like the one that was there. So das war eine formelle Frage, okay. Was sind Sie von Beruf, okay. So these questions we will learn in the next class, okay. So we'll finish our introduction also, all right, clear. So yeah, so I guess das ist alles. Wir können jetzt Schluss machen. We will stop for now. Okay. Now, all those of you who are in Germany, one important announcement for you all. I am sure your time is changing on 26th of October, right? Your clocks will go 1 hour back. Yes or no? Yeah? No? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so all those of you who are in Deutschland, your clocks are gonna turn back an hour. So for you, the time is gonna change. So as those of you all who are in India, okay, there is no change. Your class will start at 7:30 p.m. IST. But for the ones who are there in Germany, the time difference between India and Germany will now be 4.5 hours. Okay, so just make sure you all cross check that once. So 7:30 p.m. IST for now. For y'all will be 3 o'clock. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay, I'll put a message on the group on Monday just as a reminder. Just make sure the time. Just check the time in IST once. So you all will be joining at 7:30
Ma'am, is
p.m.
it because of the DST?
Yeah, it's because of the daylight savings. Yeah, on Saturday the time will change, no? So the clocks will go 1 hour back. So that will increase the difference, the time difference. So right now it's 3 o'clock. So it starts at 4 p.m. Right? 4 o'clock CET, which will start now at 3 o'clock CET. So just make sure that you all check that, take that change time into consideration, because if you join an hour late, like if you'll join at 4, the class will already be done up until an hour till then. Okay, so I'll put a reminder for you all also. Just I'll give you all a reminder on Monday, but just make sure you all take the time into account. Okay. All right. So yeah, I guess das ist alles dann. Schönen Abend. Have a nice evening and schönes Wochenende. Have a nice weekend. I will see you all now on Monday. Okay. So Monday 7:30 p.m. IST. Okay. So just check your times from. Okay. So ciao. Bis Montag. Tschüss. Bye. Ja, tschüss. Dankeschön. Ciao. Bis Montag.
Ciao.
Ja.
Ciao.
Ciao.